Yes, people, what's happening? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another video. First things first, guys, make sure you smash the like, subscribe if you're new around here, and as always, leave your thoughts in the comments below. And with the first couple of days of pre-season under the belt, it feels like the season is now really starting to begin, almost an unofficial start date, as it were. You see the players back, you see the guys in the new training kit looking good, you see Maresca getting to work on the training pitch, very vocal, looking very demanding. And in today's video, I'm going to be discussing my expectations for pre-season, with obviously the Blues jetting off to America later this month. We've got 5 games against the likes of Wrexham, Celtic, Club America, Real Madrid, and Manchester City, not to mention one further game against Inter Milan when we return from America the week before the season officially begins. Now, I think for me personally, having kind of had a little look at the first couple of days of pre-season, the biggest plus for me has been the size of the squad available. You know, you've got all the injured players back, you know, literally other than, I don't think Mark Guiu's come back yet, but other than the likes of Palmer, Cucurella, Enzo Fernandez and Conor Gallagher, who are still obviously all on international duty at the Euros and the Copa America, there's a full squad to choose from. There's a full squad to train. There's a full squad to start getting your ideas over across to. And having, you know, this many players available at such an early stage of pre-season is going to be a huge plus. The pre-season is important anyway, but this pre-season is more important than most, given our struggles over the last couple of years, given that this manager has simply got to work out for us. Otherwise, we could be in big problems. And to have so many players available to choose from, to have the likes of your Fofanas back, your likes of your Nkunkus, your Lavias, etc. You know, Reece James back in the mix, guys that have been injured for so much of the last campaign, to be there from day one, ready to hit the ground, ready to understand the new system, ready to adjust to any new tactical demands is a huge plus. So an interesting thing I've observed as well from some of the you know, videos that Chelsea have put out of the training sessions is that already it appears that, you know, Maresca's working on positional work already at this point in time. You know, doing in some videos, you know, that they've seen the likes of Madueke, Chukwuemeka, some youngsters like Tyreek George, etc. You know, being drilled hard. Maresca, you know, really demanding on the training pitch, hands-on, getting involved, really running the sessions, which is nice to see. I mean, look, I don't want to shit on Pochettino, but it certainly looks a lot different to how Poch was seemingly on the training pitch. Definitely more hands-on, which is a nice approach, you know. And I think it's something that we could definitely benefit from already. You know, I think that day one was double sessions. There's been obviously physical work, bleep tests, which Malo Gusto won. There's been a lot of works on the Watt bikes as well. So look, the boys are being worked really hard. You know, it appears anyway, at least from the clips that Chelsea have put out, that Maresca's a very hands-on coach. You know, looks like he's really taking to the task. And I think for me personally, I think my main expectation from pre-season is that we learn the system and that we are comfortable as comfortable as possible in the system from day one. You know, that's really important, you know, and look, we know that he likes to play possession heavy style of football. We know that he likes the fullbacks to invert. He knows that he likes the centre-backs to be good on the ball. The wingers high and wide and direct and taking players on. And we've got the squad to fulfill how he wants to play. It's now just a case of, can the players apply themselves? Can the players adapt to what he's asking for tactically? And if we can do those things, then there's no reason why this can't potentially be a success. Now, of course, it's a work in progress. There is a lot of work to be done. And just seeing a couple of clips of early pre-season training at Cobham doesn't suddenly equate to, oh, everything's going to be absolutely fine. I'm obviously fully aware of that. But I think also another expectation for me in pre-season is that, you know, the guys that have been injured, the likes of your Fofanas, your Reece Jameses, your Lavias and whatnot, that they come through unscathed, that they, you know, get solid minutes under their belts. For the likes of Fofana and Lavia, they hardly kicked a ball for a year. It's a long time. And, you know, it's going to be interesting to see how they adapt to just playing football again, not how they adapt to Enzo Maresca, but how they adapt to playing football. And these guys are going to be really crucial players for us. If Fofana's fit and playing at his best, I think he's arguably Chelsea's best defender, and he definitely forms part of the first choice back four, in my opinion. But it's really important to see how he reacts to just playing football again. I've got no doubts that he can adapt to what Enzo Maresca is asking for. The same with Romeo Lavia, who knows Maresca well from his time in the Man City academy. How's he going to adapt to how is he going to react, to playing football again for the first time in a long time? So, that's important as well. How do the injured stars react? Can we keep fit? And I've always maintained, it's important to add signings, but I think the biggest thing Chelsea can do is keep their key players fit for large parts of the season. That, for me, is almost more important than any potential new signings we might make. I think another thing I'm looking forward to in pre-season is seeing the new signings get an opportunity, seeing youngsters being given an opportunity to show that they maybe deserve a place in the squad. Seeing what Andre Santos can do. There's been talk of him being offered a place in the first team squad this season. It's not confirmed or anything. There is still a possibility he could go out on loan, but he really impressed in the last pre-season. Can he do the same again? Looking forward to seeing him get an opportunity. How's Dewsbury Hall going to step up, make the step up in class from Leicester to Chelsea? How's he going to adapt? We obviously know that he knows Maresca's system. Well, what's he going to be like? What's Mark Guéhi going to be like? How talented is this boy? How quickly can he adapt to new surroundings and new pressure and new expectations placed on him? How's Amari Kellyman going to look? How much of an opportunity is he going to get? What's Tosin going to be like? It's going to be really important that the new signings get an opportunity. I'm really fascinated to see how these guys potentially do. And you've got 5-6 games against really good quality opposition, and they will have ample opportunity to impress the manager and show that they deserve a place in the squad. It's going to be interesting to see how Nicholas Jackson does in his second season. Second season's often always harder than the first season. What's going to be the situation with Guéhi? How's Nkunku going to look in that number 9 role? There's a lot resting on this pre-season, not just to mention whether Chelsea go in to sign another striker or not. Can Renato Vega show that he's ready to make that step up from FC Basel and fill that left back who can invert into midfield profile that Maresca wanted to add to this squad? There's a lot of excitement. There's a lot of unknowns right now. There's a lot of questions that need answering, but it feels really good to see the boys back in action. And it feels like, the season has kind of unofficially begun. But, pre-season, it's important to do well. But ultimately, yes, you want to win and yes, you want to get decent results. But the most important thing is you get the fitness, you get the understanding of the tactical patterns, you understand what the manager's asking for. That, for me, are more important than the results. We impressed in the last pre-season under Pochettino. We got excited, we got a bit carried away. We then transferred that to 3 wins in the first 10 Premier League games. I'd rather have a slightly shittier pre-season if it means that, we end up with 5 or 6 wins from the first 10 Premier League games. So whilst you want to get good results in the pre-season, what you really want is to build that confidence, build that understanding of the system, make sure that players understand what's being asked of them. Can they perform the roles that Maresca is demanding from them? Those are the big questions that we need the answers to. I think we will find out a lot, but I think there'll also be a lot of answers, a lot of questions still remain to be answered once we've concluded the pre-season. You can't learn everything in pre-season. Maresca, I'm sure, will have an idea in mind of what he thinks his preferred team is going to be, but a lot can change between now and the start of the season. We're still about 4 or 5 weeks away from the season beginning. A lot can change, signings, injuries, dare I say it. It is important that we do, make the most of this preseason. It's a demanding schedule. It's 5 different games in 5 different cities. It's against good quality opposition. And, this is going to be the perfect preparation, in my opinion, for the season ahead, with that quality of opposition, with the amount of games we're going to be playing, with the training in the hot conditions. All these things hopefully going to add up to us being well prepared and ready to hit the ground running. Because this preseason for me is probably our most important in a long, long time. The club have now seemingly got the guy in place who they want, and now it's up to him to be allowed to implement what the club are looking for and to get to work and do his job to the best of his ability. But I'm really excited for the preseason tour. It's going to be good. It's going to be good to see us back in action, and I'm excited, really excited to see this new incarnation of Chelsea. The sort of under the fourth permanent manager of this ownership already. But yeah, preseason's upon us, guys. A couple of weeks' time, I think we'll head out to the States. The first game is July 24th against Wrexham. Lots to look forward to. Maybe one or two new signings before that first game. Who knows? But yeah, that's just my thoughts on the preseason, what to expect, how I see it going and whatnot. So you guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Smash the like button, subscribe if you're new around here. Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll catch you again in another video soon. Up the Chelsea, and peace out.